We're at the Regent Street Motor Show, having just completed the 2012 Future Car Challenge in a Renault Kangoo Z.E. And I'm with Andy Heiron, Head of Electric Vehicles for Renault UK. Andy, it's been a year since we were here last, in the days before the plug-in grant was available for vans.
I know.
What sort of difference has that really made?
Well, we haven't changed, have we?
Well, I've got older and greyer, yes.
And I've probably got a lot greyer this year. Yeah, it's funny because it was 12 months ago. We were a month away from launching Kangoo. A lot of speculation about the plugged-in grant, which we all thought would happen, but we didn't know when. I still think it took too long. I think it sort of caused a bit of a disruption in the market. But what I've noticed is since the 22nd of February, which we all thought night would turn to day, it's taken a lot longer to get the products out there. You know, we're happy with what we've done, and you know, we've sold to a number of big companies. The problem is we haven't sold enough, and I think what we're realising is that the decision-making process in big corporates isn't just a quick spin round the block. These guys, they really want to do the numbers, quite rightly, but also they want to spend quite a lot of time evaluating the product. So we've done something like 250, we've had 250 vehicles out, we've done 250 demonstrations, long-term demonstrations, with a pool of vehicles that have been circulated through those companies. And we're starting to see, as I said, the orders coming through now, in 5s here, 6s there, but not the sort of critical mass. So I think that's going to be really interesting for the next 12 months. As people start to say, okay, they're now on our fleet, we're learning to work with them, we're understanding a bit about range and what have you. And next 12 months, you know, I've got big hopes, but I'm always hopeful, aren't I?
Always, and especially when it comes to the marketing side, which you've got this very unique battery leasing offer. But how are you actually approaching the thorny issue of range anxiety, which still really exists?
Well, I think you know, if we've had a number of learnings from this year. One of which, as I say, is about growing the market. The other is that issue of range. I think the mistake we made last year, if I'm to be brutally honest about it, was we tended to communicate on range as an absolute figure. This Kangoo van will do 106 miles, regardless of who you are, how you drive it, your usage cycle. What we've realised is that that's not the case. You know, we've got 2 vans in the race today. You will not turn in exactly the same figure from the Vans A to Z van as the BG van. Makes a big difference. So what we're saying to people now is you can probably expect a range of ranges.
Yeah.
Homologated range, probably about 3/4 of that, so you could say 75 to 80 miles for people driving sensibly but normally.
Yeah.
And then middle of winter you'll probably experience half the range, so 50 to 55 miles. So I think that's been quite a big learning for us. And I think, I hate to say it, but I think one of the other things is that fleet managers need to recognise that when you put these things onto your fleet, you can't just sort of hand somebody the keys. You need to look at driver training, you need to work with somebody like the Energy Saving Trust. You really need to go to town on it, because it is, you experience it today, regen braking, totally different way of driving the vehicle. And if you don't use that to its full extent, you won't even get near that figure of 75 or 80 miles I just gave you.
Yeah, I mean, certainly from my experience, driver training or some sort of driver training is absolutely essential.
Yeah, and it's driver training. It's actually, it's no longer good enough as well just to say to somebody, have a quick look in the driver's leaflet. You know, do you use the eco button? Do you understand about preconditioning and preheating it? Because if you don't, and in the middle of winter you're not preheating the vehicle, you could lose 5 or 10 miles before you've even got 2 miles down the road. It is that sort of clever use of the vehicle that fleet managers and fleet users really need to get their head round.
Andy, thank you very much, and I'll see you here next year.
I've got a funny feeling you will. Okay, thank you.